Hello everyone, I'm Renown Zero, and we're back again talking about the Sound of Freedom director Alejandro praising the moviegoers for defending the film against the mass media attacks. This comes to us from Bounding into Comics. Sound of Freedom director Alejandro recently praised the millions of moviegoers who went to see the film and defended it from attacks from the mass media. Sound of Freedom has grossed 181 million domestically and another 1.4 million internationally for a global gross of $182.4 million. The movie has only released internationally on Australia and New Zealand. Angel Studios has plans for a much larger international release that will likely drive the film's revenue, potentially over $200 million or more. The film is one of the highest grossing films domestically in 2023. It currently sits in 9th place just behind John Wick Chapter 4, which grossed $187.1 million. It beat out Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, as well as Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. In a recent discussion about the film with Newsweek, Monteverde explained the success of the film. Quote, it is a word-of-mouth film. You're not going to walk in the street and see a billboard promoting it because we don't have the marketing resources to do that. He then heaped praise on moviegoers who went to see it and spread the word about it. The movie's success has happened from people telling people to go see the film because this movie has been attacked in many ways and the audience are the ones that came out and defended it. As far as how it's been attacked, Newsweek reported he described it as being victimized and bullied by mass media and social media users. Monteverde explains the main problem was labeling. That is the most dangerous that we can do to each other is to label ourselves. If you're gonna dare label something, you better have a PhD or be an expert. He didn't take the time to ask questions like what was the motive of making this movie. All I wanted to do was make a movie, create a conversation, a social dialogue on the subject matter on child trafficking. I didn't want to give answers, I just wanted to propose a theme and to create a question. That's it, but it got out of control. Monteverde then returned to praise moviegoers for defending the film, him, and everyone involved in its production. But I'm just so excited that the audience came out and defended us. It was the audience that are the heroes. Otherwise, we will not have been able to survive this. Sound of Freedom actor and producer Eduardo Verastegui previously responded to detractors of the film, specifically CNN guest Mike Rothschild, who trashed the film. Verastegui told Steve Bannon during an appearance on War Room, I'm glad that at least they are in your face. So there's evidence who wants to support a movement that is designed to end child this bad thing, and who doesn't. It's right there in your face. And people know what's going, he continued, and they know there's a lot of people involved in this everywhere. When we talk about the more than $150 billion business, that means there is a lot of people involved in this bad thing. He then said, and then for someone to say, don't go see this movie, don't waste your time. I mean, come on, for someone to say this is just Tim Ballard and Jim Caviezel, that is not true. There are 1,000 people involved in this movement, more than 3 million people who went to see this film. And I've been getting calls from Colombia, Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, Argentina. He detailed, every day my phone is like it's hot right now, so many phone calls. When is the movie coming out? When is the movie? Asia, Europe. I mean, this is a global movement. CNN is not going to stop this. I'm sorry, but CNN is not going to stop this movement. There's no way they're going to stop this movement. It's too late, Steve. It's too late. You know what? They tried, but it's too late. They could take me, they could take Tim, they could take Jim, they could take you, he asserted. They cannot take millions and millions of people that are tired. They already said enough is enough. No, they don't mess with the children. People are angry. And I'm just so glad it's a privilege for me that God used broken instruments like me, like Sound of Freedom director Alejandro, like you and me, and we're being used by him, as in God. Actor Jim Caviezel, who played Tim Ballard in the film, also responded to the film's detractors during a Q&A session alongside Monteverde with Angel Studios Chief Content Officer Jeff Harmon. After Harmon noted this is a victory for the film and noting that, quote, they can't ignore this issue, Caviezel responded that they're scared, quaking in their boots, and it's because the public are listening to their hearts, which is what this film tells you to do. When there is evil, real evil in the world, and when love is in your heart, boy, evil is just a coward to God. Monteverde then added, quote, one thing that's amazing is, we make movies for the audience, and I understand, the critics world, but I like to focus on the audience, and the audience are responding. They're the most important for us as filmmakers, as storytellers, and the audience are giving us 100%, and that's where I want to stay. He then shared a story he heard from the film's producer, Eduardo. When an eagle is flying and the crows go behind, like they come in packs and they go behind the eagle to try to put her down with their weight, The eagle, instead of fighting the crows, what the eagle does is continue to fly higher because eagles can actually breathe with less oxygen. So they go really, really high. They continue to fly high, and then the crows, instead of fighting them, the crows just completely fall off because of lack of oxygen. Monteverde then related to the film's criticism, quote, "I like that symbolism. Instead of fighting any negativeness or anything, they just keep flying up. Let's keep going." When Harmon brought up that negative reviews of the film featured Caviezel's personal beliefs in his politics, Caviezel responded, quote, "It's really funny when they don't like my politics because my politics are the Constitution of the United States." He continued, "I want everybody to be free under the Constitution of the United States with inalienable rights, including unborn and born children. They have a right, and that's why we are not Germany. This is ridiculous. What to say about me is really none of my business," Caviezel said. "Not when you have children now. You don't care anymore and you realize what we're going to leave them." So this is our Concorde Bridge, except it's not coming with a bullet. It's coming with a film, and Sound of Freedom is that. It is that freedom, he concluded. So I think it's very good that he is praising the fans for seeing the film, which is what most, if not all directors, don't do. They tell the fans that they're pieces of garbage, they're they're foes, they're this, they're that, if you don't see their film. These people are praising and thanking people for watching the film, which is all the fans ask for, is a little bit of appreciation for going to see their movie. And it's very hard for current directors in Hollywood to even do that, to even appreciate that it is the fans and the people who watch their stuff why they are where they are today. I think they got there because of some great movie they made or whatever. When they can make a great movie all they want, but if you antagonize the fans and the fans don't go watch your film becomes a flop. It's exactly what's happening with things like Blue Beetle right now, where because a certain phrase was said in that movie that the fans didn't like, the director decided to antagonize people who might have possibly went to go watch this film. And people said, "Nah, I'm not going to support that a-hole who wants to say these nasty things about Batman, a character that people really like, and you expect people to go watch your film." Now, obviously word of mouth helped this film a lot because of all the mass media attacks against it for beliefs that the main actor had, which is very weird because they never do the same thing with other people. It's just people they don't like. They never do it within their inner circles because all of them and most of them in Hollywood have all the same talking points, all the same beliefs. Most of them are leftists, but when you step outside the mainstream of politics and you disagree, you're blacklisted. They don't like you anymore. People like Mel Gibson and Gina Carano get blacklisted out of Hollywood because they have a difference of opinion and don't believe in psychotic things that the left people seem to believe in. But I'm glad that he's at least praising people who are going to watch their film and things like that, which might encourage more people to go watch his film and buy the 4Ks or Blu-rays or whatever. And that's kind of how it should work. You should thank people for spending their hard-earned money to watch your product, read your product, review your product, play your product. It's not very hard. It's the easiest thing in the world to do, and it costs you absolutely nothing. Thank you all for checking out this video. I really appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, returning viewers. If you do like this video, hit the like button, comment below how you feel about all this, subscribe for more content, hit the bell for notifications, set the bell to all. That way you get notifications anytime I post a new video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.